And so I'm finally doing it. I'm gonna do it. I'm going to make my Muppet self-insert into a real puppet. Which, first off, this is her design, and her name is Lavi. She goes by they, she. I'm going to be using Adam Kreutinger's Puppet Making 101 tutorials for everything that I need to know and his patterns. To start with the head, as he has a free pattern for it, but I don't have a printer, so I kind of traced it from the computer in full screen, so I hope this is enough. I can just draw it bigger on the phone. I cut out the two headpieces that I gotta glue together somehow, and I have a suspicion I might need to print out the actual pattern myself, because this feels just a tiny bit small, but I'll just have to see. I'll restart if I have to. Time to get absolutely burnt the shit out of while I'm trying to glue these pieces together. Okay, I glued it, but this is an absolute fucking fail to me. It's so bad. It's awful. Just like, I think it's just too triangular. It needed to be like more rounder. I think the main problem is that this foam is a little too thick. It's 2 centimeters thick. It's like 1 inch foam. And Adam Kreutinger said it had to be like 1.5 inch, so this is a little too thick. And I tried remedying it by like cutting a little bit of the edge, but it makes it gives an awful look. It needs to be, edge to edge with each other to actually work. But this absolutely did not turn out how I wanted. Well, at least it gives me the knowledge of what I need. So I need a thinner foam, maybe actually print out the pattern, and not using fucking hot glue. I hate using it. Just, all of this is just burnt the shit out of me, and did not fucking help much, because I have to like continue holding it until it sometimes somewhat solidifies, but it's still left holes like this. Getting everything that I'm gonna be needing for a try-to will take like a week or something. I just know it will. So this is gonna be put on hold then. Of the new glue that I bought to dry on these pieces to stick together, I am filming this update. I printed out the actual pattern, so I actually cut these head pieces out. So this is how far I glued them together. These pieces are looking so much better now. Now the mouth plates are in the head too, which I'm really liking how this looks. And moving it is also pretty satisfying, I gotta say, that I did before. And this is the contact adhesive glue that I got, which gave a much cleaner look already. But I'm a little concerned with the actual mouth of it right now, because I don't know, it looks kind of weird. But maybe the mouth plate would actually help the shape of the mouth. Big process for mouth plate right now. It's like I started with like this little saw, and then I just like, what if I can just cut it, which I kind of did, but I had to be careful. This was my old storage bin lid, so that was quite a bit. So I cut out the mouth plate, which this is only one of them. I need to do the other one. And I sanded the edges down with like 2 different sandpaper blocks, so it would be a little bit smoother, a little bit better for like the adhesive to stick to. I actually sewed it together, and I put it over the head just to see how it would be, and it's fitting on it pretty well. I just need to, put in the mouth lining and the neck to it, which the inside lining is going to be more fleece. because I don't have anything else to really put it in there. Alright, I laid out all the fabric on the head, which I had to relay it twice, so mouth the first time didn't turn out well. The second time it's a little wrinkly on the inside, but like, what matters is that when I close the mouth, it doesn't show any of the red on the outside, which that was the problem first time. I'll sew up the back of it, and now this is all I have for tonight. I put in her tongue and a little cheek bush on the sides, which I'm very happy with my progress for today. Tomorrow I'll be making probably the body and maybe the arms too. I'm really hoping that I can finish her in a week time, or get as close as I can. Today I'm gonna be working on the body and probably start the arms, or maybe start a little bit on her face, because I think the next part is like making the hair, which I'm not gonna be following that tutorial. I'll figure something else to have with her hair. I'm going to the base of the body right now. This part is right now drying so I can stick it together. Everything else, like with these seams, looks fine. It's just like, you know, same thing for this side. Alright, I cut out the pattern for the body, and like, look, fucking went to looking for like more of the white, like in a spoolie, so I can use the sewing machine, and found out that we have green thread, and I did not know about it. Great, if only I knew sooner. You know, I did sew together the body piece, but I'm also sewing together the hands, which, you know, I didn't cut them out as Adam did, and I just sewed them like this. A little bit of opening for the actual arm mechanism that I'm gonna put in like tomorrow or something. I'm not gonna be like doing too much with the hands now. I'm just gonna sew that one, and this one needs to be sewn together. Now the arms are turned inside out. I'll maybe put a little stuffing into this part of the hand. But here's going to be, you know, the armatures of them, so I can actually pose the hands whenever I need to, or make them hold whatever. I'm still not good with, like, sewing fingers, so this hand looks a little weird, to be honest. The fingers look fine on this one, I would say, but from how close I had to sew it, there's a little hole here that I'll have to get with a needle and thread myself. But everything else seems pretty fine. Now the body is covered. I glued in the bits. I glued in the bottom. This thing is a little too big, but like, I don't think that's gonna be too much of a problem. It's not like it's gonna be seen. It's gonna be covered by clothing. I just need to make a bit of a longer neck, so it's just like, you know, on the inside, so I can just stick my hand up in there. Sew that in there, and then I'll see if I can start like doing some features on her face, like her nose and her hair. The body's done. Head's attached to the body, you know. This fucking puppet hole. This is the nose that I made with fleece covered foam. The back is quite messy, but I think it will be fine if I stick it on the face. So I put on the nose and the eyes. No pupils yet, because I just glued them on. Making the mock-up for the hair right now. And this is what I have to... Honestly, it's looking already so much better with this little like paper and tape mock-up that I'm doing. But I'm not working on this anymore for tonight. I'm just gonna leave it for tomorrow. I took a break, and now I'm gonna start working again. These I went to Grandpa's shed and looked for some wires to use in the hand build, for the hand rods. These will do fine. I just bent them into tiny loops for the wire structure. I have to remake these, which they're not going to be that big of a problem. I just need to put my sewing machine up so I can just make these hands again, make them a little bit bigger. So these would fit in. It doesn't matter that this is foam, it's just like there's armature in here. Armature encased in hot glue, so it would be sturdier. This is what the hand armature looks like on the inside, with twisted wires, hot glue to give better, so it doesn't break as easily, because wires being bent all the time can pretty much break them after a while. And this will ensure that they won't break as fast. It's almost like a fact of life. I can never, like, sew normal arms. Like, these are the ones that I made. Again, and they're a little too big for the foam hands now. Like, as they're, like, a little too big now. So, I'm just, like, kind of doing the fucking Grinch thing. And I'm thinking, like, the foam hand, like, there's still, like, some extra. The foam hand, like, goes up to here, and I guess I could just sew off this finger and, like, kind of cut it off from, like, how much is, like, left over, so it would fit a little bit better. Fingers on both hands have ended up being really stubby, but at least they're, fitting, at least. I think into the palm, I'll stuff it a little bit so it's not so wrinkly. There's a lot of extra material that's left here, and I guess I'll stuff the rest of the arm a little bit. These super chunky arm rods are done. So maybe I'll just do the hair now. I finished the hair without showing much of what I was doing, but you know, it's turned out pretty good. The kind of way I wanted it to lay, it's laying great. It's just, it's maybe a little wonky, but like, this is the best I could have done. I had to hand sew it, or the sewing machine would have made it look unrecognizable. Last thing that I am doing right now is sewing on the hand, which one of them is on now. This weird stubby hand that she has. Now I have both of the arms sewn on. Just like, I can't exactly move around because she falls over. I'm just like, I can move, like, you know, some with both the arms. Oh my god, I'm just like, I can't wait to puppet her and just like do stupid shit, which I'm just like, you know, gonna be like, do the curved hands. Oh my god, the genuine joy I'm having. We're getting to film my progress right now. As right now, I'm clothing her, and this is what I have drafted right now from one of my old, like, I don't even know what you would call this. It has, like, no sleeves on it in the first place, but I drafted it on her, and it's, like, to the size that I need, and I just gotta sew these sides and probably the bottom of these so they're not this fucking ugly thing. And, well, here I am, all done. Look at my nice little shirt. Isn't it so cute? No. Like, hi. I still need to practice with puppeteering, but like, I am just fucking just, God, I am so, just look at her. I just love how she turned out. Isn't it fucking amazing? That I made this in basically 4 days. I made this. This was over the span of 4 days. With how I was posting these tutorials, it seemed like it might have taken longer, but this is basically 4 days. I took 1 day off to have a little break, and from that, I did this. Like, isn't that amazing?
Listen, Jesus is coming back and we don't have a lot of time.
Oh my fucking god, Jesus is coming back! We gotta go!